All right, good evening and welcome to what will one day be Mike Sullivan Court here at Melbourne High School as the Melbourne boys basketball team comes in at 6-3 and they'll host the Viera Hawks here tonight. Good evening, everybody. I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski, and tonight's game is brought to you by a whole host of our great sponsors, Ubrzati, Natwick Insurance. Now we're going to pause for the anthem. All right, a scratchy, but scratchy is about the best way to describe that particular rendition of the national anthem. As we get ready to give you the starters tonight, the Viera Hawks, we've had them, this is our third time this year, our second for the Bulldogs. We opened up with Melbourne and Cocoa Beach at the Kia Center on the Orlando Magic's practice court. And they got a pretty good win over the Minutemen in that one. Since we last visited with Melbourne, this occurred right there. That 600 wins for head coach Mike Sullivan in his 33rd year with the boys, 35th year overall at the school. Gonna reach the 600 win plateau one day. Going to reach the 600 win plateau one day is the head coach of the Viera Hawks. That's Logan Keith. He comes in with 307 career wins here at Viera. He's got 105 for the Hawks. The starters for Viera tonight will be Damian Carter, Brooks Harris, Will White, Alex Olis, Sal Parker. And for Melbourne, it's going to be Quentin Koger, Tyree King for Melbourne. Levi Loveridge will start. Stephen Horning will get the start. And so will Nash Fiedler. Nash, the brother of Max Fiedler. We'll talk about that tonight as I believe Max is currently in Belgium playing professionally as we get ready to go. So again, you got Carter, Harris, White, Olis, and Parker, and Cogger, King, Horning, Fielder, and Loveridge for Melbourne. We get ready to go. Tonight's first quarter will be brought to you by Ubrzati. Here we go. Looks like who's going to jump up with Sal Parker? That's going to be Tyree King. Should be a good one tonight. We'll see. First two games here tonight, the freshman and the JV game were running clock victories. Tip is won by the Bulldogs. It'll be taken by Horning. He's one of the three captains for Coach Sullivan. And they'll work it around. This is Quentin Koger with it. Looks for King down low. He's just going to pull up, take the three. He'll miss. Nobody's out-jumping Will White. White comes down with the ball. Viera working back down the floor quickly. This is Damian Carter. He spins, turns inside off the glass, and a pretty move by Damian Carter, and the Hawks are quickly on top 2-0. Coger being guarded by Harris. White comes to join that defensive party, and Coger down in the corner, unload Tyree King. Sal Parker forces the turnover. Good defense right out of the gate by the Bulldogs. 7:16, we are just underway as Carter inbounds to White. White looking for help, and he's going to turn, but White has got a terrific game. He really does. He's got a tremendous vertical. He'll work his tail off at both ends of the floor. The one issue Will's got is that travel. That travel comes up and bites him at some inopportune times. Coger back down the floor. Brooks Harris. Coger dishes to King, and we're tied at 2 off the nice feed from Quentin Coger to Tyree King. And this will be White, and he'll get it over to Carter, and the Hawks will work the perimeter. This is Olis looking for Parker down low. Won't get him. Has Carter back up top. He's guarded by Fiedler. Kicks it out to Olis, but he's quickly on top of him, and Parker. And I love Sal Parker's fire. I love it. Get me the ball, but get it to me the right way. That's senior leadership you just saw right there. It's Levi Loveridge, number 5. Loveridge wants that 3, has that 3, misses that 3. King chases down the loose rebound. Kicks it out in the corner for Coger. Coger baseline immediately guarded up, but Fiedler's there and drops it in, and the Bulldogs take a 4-2 lead. Great ball movement. You're going to see that from Mike Sullivan coach teams. That's what we do. We got 3 basketball games on tap for you this week. Tomorrow night we'll be at Florida Prep as the Heritage Panthers take on the Falcons of Florida Prep. This is Parker. He's covered up by Loveridge down low. Parker with a great left-handed move, and it's 4-4. Coger now. White on him. Coger across the timeline with it. Down low. Immediately doubled up. That's Brooks Harris and Will White. Coger's in trouble, and Harris and White force the turnover. Carter will bring it back up the floor. Viera, Carter, underneath the Parker, nearly traveled, didn't, kicks it out to White, over to Harris. Top of the key 3, won't drop for the senior. Out of bounds, Melbourne basketball. 5:05 to play here. In the opening quarter, Coger across the midcourt stripe. Down low to King. King, long cross-court pass. This is a corner 3, won't go. Both teams over from beyond the arc to start. Will that change here? The answer is yes. And the 3 from one of the 3 captains, Stephen Horning, drops, and it's 7-4 Melbourne. Carter again will bring it up. He pilots the offense down the lane, off the glass. The finger roll is a thing of beauty, and it's 7-6. White on Coger again. Man press coming off the inbound. King, Loveridge, Coger. Nash Fiedler thought he traveled, didn't. Fiedler gets the loose ball rebound. This is Coger down the lane. He's going to pull up and under and count it, as Quentin Coger will go to the line for the end one. It's 9-6 Melbourne. The Hawks have won 5 in a row in this series. Last year, these two teams played 3 times. Viera won them all. The first one by 30, the second one by 5, the last one by 2. Coger for the end one, and he'll knock it down, and it's 10-6. 4:02 to go in the opening quarter. Bulldogs up 4. Carter with it now. Good pick. Carter wants it again. They're giving, oh, good hook pass to Olish for three. And Alex Olish dreams the Hawks' first three of the night. And it's 10-9. Loveridge quickly back down the floor. Coger to Loveridge, back over to Loveridge. Down low to King. Fiedler bounce pass inside. Coger wide open, top of the key. No good for three. Horning with it now. Horning over to Fiedler. Fiedler, nice defense by Will White. Kick out three for Loveridge. Corner tray drops 13-9. Melbourne 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. The last two trips down the floor, and they're back out in front by 4 with 3:11 to play in the first. Carter again being guarded up by the junior. Kicks it out to White. White at the elbow. Kick out to Carter. Looking for Olis. Loveridge on him. Down low to Parker. The give and go was there. Parker just couldn't get it to him. White wanted the three, but he'll travel again. And it's 13-9. That's his second travel of the quarter. And Will White's going to have a seat. And checking in is number 0 for Viera. That's Evan Bargewell. So a good early opportunity here to put some distance between them and Viera. Nice feed to Fiedler, and the errant pass was intended for Loveridge. Olis intercepted but knocked it out of bounds. Horning to inbound. Horning to Fiedler. Olis gets a piece of it again. This time Fiedler will dribble back to King. King goes up with it, no good. Carter comes down with it. He'll slow it. And Melbourne will back up, and Carter loses it. That's the fourth turnover of the quarter by Viera. Can't turn the ball over and win these games. And underneath the King with an easy 2. And it's 15-9. The lead is 6. This is Bargewell. Bargewell by Loveridge. Parker now. He's being guarded by King. Parker backs him down. And Bargewell wanted it. Didn't take it. Bargewell, they're leaving him all kinds of open. Olish for 3, no good. Rebound, Horning. 2 minutes to play, quarter 1. If Melbourne hits this, does Coach Keith take a timeout, or does he take it to the end of the quarter? 7-1 run, 7-2 run right now. 7-3 run, I'm sorry. 7-3 run. 8-3 run. 8-3 run. Nice no look. Coger to Loveridge there, and this is Horning over to Coger. Bargewell jumps on him, and Coger will back it up near midcourt. Bargewell, good defense, no fouling. Nice job by Bargewell. Bargewell finally has to give. Coger will pull up for the easy 2, and it's 17-9. The lead is 8, and the answer to my question is no. He'll let the Hawks play through this. 17-9. Viera has won 3 in a row. Melbourne 2-2 in their last 4. Parker over to Olis. Bargewell down low to Parker. Parker being guarded by King. Turns, spins, one-handed, won't go. No foul, letting them play through. You know I like it. This is Quentin Coger with it. Under a minute to go. This is 3 from Loveridge, and it won't go. The rebound from Olis. Harris running too far on the pass underneath. Carter couldn't convert, and the Hawks continue to miss opportunity after opportunity. They are 0 for their last 5, the last 5 trips down the floor. 17-9, 10 seconds. They're about 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Final shot coming likely. This is Horning. He wants it, backs up. Underneath the King, he's got to take it. He does, no good. And we have reached the end of an impressive quarter for the Melbourne Bulldogs as they lead it 17-9. Back with the second quarter right here on Brevard Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Christy Lindback with Compass, your East Coast real estate expert. When it comes to selling your home, experience and strategy matter. My team and I make sure every detail is handled, so you get top dollar and a stress-free experience. We bring in professional stagers, high-end photographers, and cinematic videographers to showcase your home at its best. Because every showing starts online and we make sure your home stands out. With consistent communication, strong negotiation skills, and local market expertise, I guide you every step of the way. Because here in Brevard, when it comes to real estate, Chrissy knows. Ready to buy or sell in Brevard? Visit Chrissy Knows and let's get started.
Holy Trinity Cheerleaders love Brevard Sports Network!
All right, welcome back. Much thanks to the Holy Trinity Cheerleaders. And if your cheerleading squad would like to appear during commercial breaks here on Brevard Sports Network, just send us a little 5-second clip of your cheerleaders doing exactly that right here.
Holy Trinity Cheerleaders love Brevard Sports Network!
That's it, and we'll play it. I promise. Second quarter underway, 17-9 Melbourne. And the three to start it from the depth off the bench, Bargewell, and it's 17-12. And we're going to get a timeout right out of the quarter as Coach Mike Sullivan is not at all happy with his team's play as they come off the bench. So we'll let Coach Sullivan deal with that, and we'll take a look into the Viera huddle. You don't get the 600 wins by – you just don't get the 600 wins by by treating everybody with kid gloves. You just don't. Coach Sullivan's my kind of coach, man. I mean, sometimes I get it. I understand things have changed in terms of how you can deal with student athletes in this, that, and today. But listen, man, there's nothing wrong with some good, hard coaching. And the great ones still continue. Oh, and he's not going to like that at all. And immediately somebody's coming off here. And that's easy peasy, lemon squeezy into the line to shoot two is going to be Shane Brooks. And we're going to get Quentin Koger and Tyree King back in. Coach tried to get some playing time for a couple of his guys, but doesn't look like that's going to work out too well. So Koger and King will come back in. And Jacob Roberts will come off. And there's two. That's Shane Brooks, who is also checked in to start the quarter. This is Bargewell. The lead is 4, 18-14. It was 8. So Viera 5-0 to start the quarter. And now it's 5-2. Bargewell tried to get it underneath the Chodacek, who is checked in, and Chodacek, that pass a little hard, but still something. I don't like the call, but I guess I'm not close enough to see it. Koger is fouled, and he'll shoot two. Remember, in high school basketball, on the floor right now, let's get you caught up with who's on the floor first. Cole O'Brien, Nash Fiedler, Koger, King, and Jacob Roberts. For Viera, it's Bargewell, White. Actually, White's coming out. Braden Waston's checking in. Sal Parker's checking in. Chodacek's checking out. So we got Carter, Waston, Parker, Olis, and in the backcourt is Bargewell. And it's 20-14 as Logan Davey checks in, and Nash Fiedler will get a rest for Melbourne. So Davey is in now. This is Carter. Olis down the lane. Yeah, if Olis is going to get that bucket underneath the Carter, the reverse layup will go. Olis is going to get that close. He's got to take that shot, try to draw that foul in the end one. The extra pass there I don't think is necessary. Quentin Koger down the lane. And the steal under their own basket. Battle. That's a bad call. Battle for the ball, cause a push. I shouldn't say a bad call. I can see the reason for the call. I might have let them battle for it a little more. Second quarter will be brought to you by Natwick Insurance. I want to thank Eric Natwick and Natwick Insurance. 20-16, Melbourne leads by 4. They've got the ball. Koger with it. 6:12 to play in the first half. I am high atop the gym here. As I said at the onset of my broadcast, something I think should probably, maybe one day it'll be called Mike Sullivan Court. Yeah, that'll be a reach-in foul. Still a two-possession game unless you get fouled making a three, so we'll see. Going to have something each night of the week this week on Brevard Sports Network before we get to the Christmas break, and then it's sparse. I know Caden Bates is going to be working on nice spin move and off the glass by Carter, and the Hawks have closed it within 2. Caden Bates is working on some content interviews for the break. We're going to announce our players of the year in football and volleyball over the break. So we got things coming up, just not a lot of sports broadcast. This is Quentin Koger with it. 5:13 to go here. Corner, yeah, he traveled. A lot of high school players, youth players, they don't recognize that first step travel. It's like when you got the ball, you make that first move, and you got to keep your feet steady. And they don't do that, a lot of them. You got to move your feet. 3 for Olis is not a very good shot. And back down the floor comes Melbourne. Chance to tie there. I would have looked for something there. Koger. And what a follow from Tyree King. And the Bulldogs maintain their 4-point lead. You got to be able to grow out of that first step travel like that off the dribble. Bargewell over to Olis. Olis back to Carter. Carter's had a nice night. Parker down low. 1-on-3. That was never going to happen. And here comes Melbourne. Cogger over to King. Parker keeps turning with him. And eventually, that's 4-0 run. All 4 points by Tyree King. And the Bulldogs are back up by 6. Melbourne 0 for their last 2 down the floor. 3:40 to play in the half. That's a push. Koger says, yeah, I did that. He knew it. That's on me. As Nash Fiedler checks in. He'll check in for Quentin Koger. Brooks Harris, Bargewell down the lane. Back out to Harris. 3:25 to go. Carter. They're crisscrossing. Bargewell back to the other side. Down low to Parker. Parker, that's just a great play. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. All right. Nice play to Carter. And count it. Damian Carter to the line with a chance to close it to within 3. Great play off the inbound by Carter. Good pass. Carter did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Go right to the bucket with it. And here comes the starting 5 back for, or at least most of them. Loveridge set to check in. I imagine he'll check in for Shane Brooks after this shot. Does not go. Killer in high school basketball. Can't shoot that. Can't make your N1s. Can't win games. This is Nash Fiedler underneath and unable to handle it, but knocked out off of Brooks Harris, and we've got mass substitutions. And we will have the original 5 of Koger, Loveridge, Fiedler, King, and actually we'll have 1 6th guy. That's Cole O'Brien for the Bulldogs. This is King with it. Gets it over to Fiedler. Fiedler, Koger, Loveridge, Koger. Tried to swing it over. No, it is Horning. Okay, so my bad. All 5 originals are on the floor. And 3 of the 5 for Melbourne in Harris, Carter, and Parker with Wasden and Barswell. 2:32, and that's off his foot, and that'll go out of bounds with 2:28 to go. Viera not playing very well, in my opinion, here tonight. Still within striking distance at 4. Melbourne has had opportunities to put him away, one up by as many as 8. Not put him away, but at least make the deficit much tougher to overcome. Barswell down the lane. He spins, he traveled, but they're going to call a foul first. So he's fouled. Good call. That's 5. So anytime a team accumulates 5 fouls in a quarter, you go to the line and shoot. So that's where Barswell will go. And to be quite honest with you, this was a rule I wasn't crazy about because I'm kind of a fan of the 1-and-1. I think it forces you to become better at making free throws. This 2-shot rule, I don't dig it, but you better hit them. And he hits them both. The second one unconventionally, but Viera is as close as they have been since the start of this one. It's 24-22. Cogwell threw it away, lost the dribble over here on the press, and now Viera with a chance to tie or take the lead here with 2:02 to play in the half. My man down there, Jimmy Bagwell. Love Coach Bagwell. Parker can't get it to go. He goes right back up with it, and Sal Parker is fouled. Nice job by Parker. Parker did not put the ball back down on the floor. He went right back up to the hoop. Good job by Sal. Melbourne can't take the lead because he misses his first free throw. He'll make the second one. 24-23. Barely, but he makes it. Stolen away by Brooks Harris. Harris can't make the layup, but Parker's there, and he's fouled. Mike Sullivan not a fan of the call, but he's fouled. The other thing, too, is that's an unnecessary foul. Mike Sullivan's telling the referee, he was back here. 600 wins will buy you some, get you some patience. Parker connects the 0-3, and for the first time since they didn't actually lead 2-0. Melbourne did. Hawks lead. 1:22 to go. Count it! Tyree King to the line. We're tied at 26. Now we got a game going here. And King will give him the lead right back at 27-26. Carter in no hurry. Good basketball game here. Carter needs help. Finds Parker. This is Bargewell. Bargewell needs help. Finds Carter. Carter down low to Parker. Parker kicks back out to an open Bargewell, who misses the three off the back of the iron. And here comes Horning with it. Horning covered by Harris. Over to Loveridge. King in the corner. Bounce past the Nash Fiedler at the elbow. Turns, pulls up from 4 feet, won't go. Carter with it. 36 seconds to play in the half. Damian Carter with the basketball. Hawks trail by 1, 27-26. And he says, nope, you lost that yourself. Checking in will be Will White. White will check in for Braden Wasden, the sophomore. Good future for Coach Keith with players like Braden Wasden and Bronson Chodacek. Fiedler pulls up from the elbow, won't get it to go. Barswell hustles to the loose ball rebound. 13 seconds. Carter don't have all day. 10 seconds. He's playing like he does. He sees the clock. Here he comes. Kicks it out. Corner! No good. And they wanted a foul. Not going to get it as Carter. All right. We'll step aside and be back with the second half. 27-26. Caleb will put the score. He's back at the infirmary at Melbourne, at the BSN Melbourne Infirmary. So he'll put the scoreboard, he'll put the score up in the comments. 27-26, halftimes here.
Hi, I'm Christy Lindback with Company, your East Coast real estate expert. When it comes to selling your home, experience and strategy matter. My team and I make sure every detail is handled, so you get top dollar and a stress-free experience. We bring in professional stagers, high-end photographers, and cinematic videographers to showcase your home at its best. Because every showing starts online and we make sure your home stands out. With consistent communication, strong negotiation skills, and local market expertise, I guide you every step of the way. Because here in Brevard, when it comes to real estate, Chrissy knows. Ready to buy or sell in Brevard? Visit Chrissy Knows and let's get started.
Go! Let's go 2 minutes of rockers to fire it up.
Hello, Space Coast. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you for your support of BSN and allowing us to cover your student athletes and come into your home each and every night. Give us a follow on Facebook at Brevard Sports Network, and here's to many more years of top-notch sports coverage right here in Brevard County. Thanks again.
Hey, this is Devon Dudley, and you are watching Brevard Sports Network. Oh, my brother, testify.
As the Melbourne Bulldogs, or Melbourne, the Viera Hawks take the court So we'll start warming up for the second half. Leading scorer is Damian Carter. He's got 10. You got Sal Parker in there with 5 as well. I don't have any stats for Melbourne. I couldn't get their scorers' attention. And just so you know, I can't. That's the climb. That's the climb up to the top here at Melbourne. I would imagine, just based off of Tyree King, probably the leading scorer for Melbourne. And if I had to guess, I'd say he's probably somewhere around 10, 11 points in that first half as well. A lot going on this week. I've got 2 basketball games. Tomorrow night we've got Heritage as we see new head coach Corey Williams. And we'll be back to Florida Prep broadcasting for the first time in 4 years. Looking forward to that. That was always a fun place to go broadcast. As I have the 7-3 Florida Prep Falcons tomorrow night. Excited to be down there. And Friday, now that game might be at 5 or it might be at 6, but a battle of some really good teams. Palm Bay, Coach Wardell Collins doing a terrific job with the Pirates, 9-1 this season. They will host a 7-1 St. Cloud team. So we'll have that, and then I'll find something to do Wednesday or Thursday. Maybe we'll find some girls basketball. Maybe we'll find some boys soccer. One of those 2 things we have not yet done on Brevard Sports Network for winter sports. So we may try to lock in something good for those 2 days coming up. If you have a suggestion, let us know. And if you have a sponsor that wants to sponsor something on Wednesday or Thursday, let us know. All right, here we go. All 10 starters back in for Melbourne. It'll be Koger, Loveridge, Fiedler, King, and Horning. This is Fiedler in the corner for Horning. Koger with it. Will White on him. Koger with a little fade away. Won't go. And it's going to be Carter, White, Parker, Harris, and Olis, the original 5 for Viera. Will White down the lane. Won't go. As he gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Parker. Parker will go up with it. Can't get it to roll. Jump ball, possession arrow belongs to Melbourne. I actually checked that. The possession arrow is Viera. Yeah, the PA guy said the same thing. The thing on the table's wrong. Olis over to Carter. Damian Carter to Will White. Back to Damian Carter. Down low. Out to Harris. Got a couple of players in this game who have older brothers that are pretty good at this sport. Down low, Parker kick out to Olis. Good possession. Harris with a 3 from Babcock Street, and he drains it. And it's 29-27, and the Hawks lead by 2, and they'll press. This is Quentin Koger with it. 29-27. Nash Fiedler. Fiedler. Looked like a walk to me, but the shot does not go. As Damian Carter comes down the floor. Carter off balance and had 4 Bulldogs on him. This is Tyree King, Quentin Koger. Horning with it. Horning with a wide open view. And Nash Fiedler cleans up everything, and we're tied at 29. Sal Parker bumping inside. Great move by Sal Parker. Good physical move by Sal. Three for Horning, no good. And Damian Carter comes away with it. Will White to Brooks Harris. And it's 31, 33, 29. And great start to the second half for Viera. They're on a 7-2 run right now to start half number 2 and lead it by 4. 4:36 to play, third quarter. Koger, White, over to Loveridge. Nash Fiedler wide open at the elbow. Kicks it out to Horning again. This time Carter covers him up. Fiedler tried to get it inside. Won't be able to do it. Horning will take an off corner 3, and he won't get it to fall. The loose ball rebound picked up by Quentin Koger. He can't get it to go. Damian Carter again with the rebound down the floor, and the layup. The angle wasn't good. Brooks Harris, wide open 3, and he missed it. Ball's on the floor. This is definitely, they're going to call a foul here. Going to be a foul on Will White. Checking in is going to be Shane Brooks checking in, and Tyree King will check out. Both teams a little cold right now up and down the floor. As Horning will inbound, the Hawks will have 3 pressing. We mentioned that Nash Fiedler was the younger brother of Max Fiedler. Damian Carter, the younger brother of Jace Carter. Oh, Horning wanted that 3. Fiedler, nice job. I don't think that's how they drew it up, but Coach Sullivan will for sure take it, and it's 33-31. White walks it across the timeline. Over to Parker, back to Harris. Harris over to Olish. Olish back down to a cutting Parker. Parker backs up Roberts. Inside, nice move. No foul. White. And that'll be, White did a nice job to try to get that ball. I thought it went off a Bulldog. The referee will disagree with me. And that'll be Melbourne ball. Fiedler runs it across the timeline past White. Underneath the easy bucket, and we're tied by Shane Brooks. I said Roberts, his name is Brooks. 33-33. Down the lane. Count it! Will White with the finish. And it's 35-33. Nice move by Will. And he finishes the and one, and it's 36-33. Melbourne still in an off. Well, I mean, they're not really pressing. This is Fiedler with it. Oh, great feed underneath the Brooks. That's 2 times, twice that they have found him. And they're going to have to figure something out. Ball stolen because right now, the duo of Brooks and Fiedler are working Melbourne's defense down low. That's Chodacek. He had to step out and take somebody there. And Brooks with 6 straight, and it's 37-36. And right now, Brooks and Chodacek going to war, and it's Brooks winning the battle. Chodacek backs him in, kicks it out to Harris. Harris back down low to Chodacek. Chodacek, Brooks with an outstanding job on defense. And here comes Koger. Koger kick out to Horning for three. And Melbourne on a run. 40-36 right now. What a job by Shane Brooks. Bardswell trying to get in, stolen away again. Here comes Koger. Koger won't get the roll, but he'll go to the line and shoot two. And Bardswell will come in for Chodacek, I believe. (41-36) as he makes the first. Actually, he's going to come in for Brooks Harris. Barswell checking in for Melbourne is going to be Logan Davey. Second free throw is good, and it's 42-36. And the Bulldogs, who trailed by 4, are up by 6 as they're on a 10-2 run. Will White over to Carter. White, Carter. White again. Down low to Chodacek, and he'll be fouled by Loveridge, and Bronson Chodacek will shoot two. Levi Loveridge, his second of the night. Chodacek. It ain't Purdy there, but it goes 42-37. The lead is down to 5. 52 seconds to play in a quick-moving third. Chodacek drops them both, and it's 42-38, and we got a timeout on the floor. What a job by Melbourne in that quarter. Things that looked like Melbourne was, or Viera was starting to do Viera things there, and along came Shane Brooks, and the next thing you know, 6 straight points and a great defensive stand by Brooks. Had it, flipped the script, and all of a sudden it's a 10-2 run for Melbourne. And they lead it by 4, 42-38. There's a look into Coach Sullivan's huddle. There's a look into Coach Keith's huddle. I mean, you only have 610 career, or I'm sorry, check that, 910 career victories between two head coaches that have spent their entire head coaching careers here in Brevard County. Mike Sullivan, all 35 years here at Melbourne, started off with the girls, took a 6-win program for the girls to a 25-3 program, and then, of course, 33 years with the boys program. And, of course, Logan Keith started his career at Rockledge, where he won 203 games during his tenure there. Will White's going to get called for a foul, and Coach Keith is telling him, that's a foul. That's the second, just the third of the quarter. No harm, no foul since there's 50 seconds to go. But, oh, he lost it. Yeah, he stepped out. So that's going to be Viera ball. Can't create turnovers like that. Those are points you're going to want or look for. And Coach Sullivan just shaking his hand, knows it. Those are points you're going to want in the fourth quarter. Here is White with 42 seconds to play in the third. Carter over to Barswell. Barswell looking for Chodacek. Instead gets to White. White kicks out to Carter. Carter throws it away. Didn't matter. That was just a high pass. Barswell wasn't going to be able to get there, whether he was in the corner or not. That thing was high. Carter knows it. And there's an even 30 on the clock, 3-0.0. Down the lane, the reverse. My goodness gracious. Did you see the move by Horning? Horning down the lane, up, under and up, and it's 44-38. Melbourne, every time Viera tries to turn it on, Melbourne slams the door inside to Parker. Parker from the elbow, won't go. Cogwell will have it, and the Melbourne Bulldogs started slow coming out of the locker room, but outscore Viera that quarter 17-12. They lead it by 6. Back with the fourth on BSN.
Go! Let's go 2 minutes of rockers to fire it up.
All right, our fourth quarter sponsor will be Chrissy Lindback. Of course, we want to thank Uberzati, Natwick Insurance, as we start quarter number 4 with Melbourne up 6. And the basketball. This is Quentin Koger with it. He's being guarded up by Barswell. It's Barswell, Harris, Parker, Carter, and Chodacek for Viera. That's a new lineup we haven't seen. It's Koger, Loveridge, Koger with a beautiful job getting in the lane. The shot just short. Carter nearly lost it. Headbands it up, but it is stolen by Levi Loveridge. Loveridge, oh, what a play by Carter. But Koger's there. Fiedler with a head fake, back to Koger. Koger back down the lane, feeds to Brooks, and it's 46-38. And the Bulldogs have matched their largest lead of the night, 46-38. Parker. Shane Brooks changed this game when he came in. Underneath to Parker, and Parker will be fouled. This is a big game for both of these teams. This is a district game. The brackets have not come out for the Cape Coast Conference tournament yet. This game is going to factor into those seedings, where those first-round matchups are going to be played. You're going to have a top 8 and a bottom 8. And if Melbourne can get this win, that would just be huge for them. Right now, you're probably looking at Viera's got a win over Palm Bay, so you're probably looking at Viera 1, Palm Bay 2, Melbourne 3. This would really throw a monkey wrench into things. 46-39. He makes one of 2. Koger. Viera's going to have to come play ball. They're going to have to go man on. They're going to have to get up there. Yeah, he's telling them, let's go. Corner for Horning for 3, and can't hit that dagger. But Melbourne can't corral the rebound, or Viera can't corral the rebound. Brooks on the floor. Parker battles, and Viera comes away with it. Sullivan wanted a foul, but wasn't going to get it. This is Carter underneath the Parker. Count it. Sal Parker will go to the line. And a chance here to cut the lead to 4. With 6:10 to play in the game. This is critical here. You got to make these. You've got to make these. Levi Loveridge is getting ready to come out. Yeah, coach ain't going to take Shane Brooks out. Brooks is right now too big for what's going on the floor. Parker. Missed it. Just can't have it. Parker knows it. Koger. Horning back to Koger. Brooks, a junior, feeds Nash Fiedler, who tries to feed Brooks. And it goes out. Horning to inbound to Brooks. Over to Tyree King, who has since checked back in. Horning with it. Horning over to Koger. And he'll settle it down there. I wouldn't be in a hurry either. Harris has got to get him. And he throws it away. Plenty of time. 5:28. Carter will walk it up and set the offense. He'll cross the midcourt stripe where the Bulldog sits. And the Hawks offense goes to work. Carter asking Coach what he wants. Coach tells him. Barswell with it. Over to Parker. Brooks Harris trying to run and cut but can't get there. Timeout. Logan Keith didn't like what was setting up and takes the timeout with 5:05 to go here. So a 5-point advantage for Melbourne. So high school football's over, and my goodness gracious, did it forever end with a bang. Saturday night. Holy, my daughter growing up would say Jesus, Mary, and Jophus, Dad, but not using the Lord's name in vain, and I never would, but my goodness gracious, that Vero Beach Lake Mary game Saturday night. The turn of events that occurred in that thing. I mean, if you're Vero Beach, it just turns your stomach. Still, and it will for a very long time. If you're Lake Mary, well, you did exactly what champions do. You took advantage of the other team's mistakes. Let's see if either one of these two teams commits a mistake that the other can take advantage of. Carter to Harris. That's off the foot. Yeah, I was going to say that's a kick and properly called. Of course, nothing would be as in this game could even compare to the drama in that one. Carter, Chodacek down the lane with the easy bucket. I say easy, but it's not. The lead is now 3. Koger to Fiedler. And Viera, hands up everywhere. Right now, stolen away, I was going to say. Right now, the Melbourne defense is in a little bit of a flux. And the lead is 1. The run now, the lead was 8. It's down to 1. 7-0 run here. Fiedler. Coach asking a lot of his defense right now. Now they're going to drop back here. Koger, 4:03 to play. It's a one-possession game. The bench stands and wants a foul. Koger's arm was grabbed there by Barswell. He did the same thing again inside. Fiedler from. That's an easy shot for Nash Fiedler. The lead is back out to 3. This is Carter, or no, Barswell, I'm sorry. Down the lane. Brooks Harris saves that one from a violation. This is Barswell to Carter. Carter going to pull up inside, and the 6-foot floater flies, and it's back to a 1-point lead. 48-47, stolen away by Harris. Can't force anything here. Don't need to. He walked. No call. Harris for 3. Didn't have to have that, and now Melbourne's going to run. Got to foul him. Oh, what a play. I guess you don't. What a play by Damian Carter. My goodness. Parker inside. Down. Parker gives the Hawks the lead by 1. Mike Sullivan wants a timeout, and Viera has come all the way back. Mike Sullivan not at all happy with the officiating. And he's got a case on Barswell on Koger. He's got a case. Barswell grabbed his jersey twice and grabbed his arm the other time. So Sullivan's got a case. He definitely has a case. I totally agree with him on it. Because you could clearly see on the one where he grabs the arm. Look, this has been a well-officiated basketball game. Has there been a call or two missed? Yeah, there has been. Did he miss the whole sequence with Barswell on Koger? Yeah, he grabbed his jersey and grabbed his arm. He definitely missed it. The lead is 1 for Viera. I just love Solomon's intensity. Love it. All right, Nash Fiedler as Melbourne holds it off. .220 to go in the game. Timeout by Melbourne here with 2:19 to go. Coach Sullivan wanted to take a look at what the Bulldogs were going to try to run against him. He sees it. We got a heck of a game here tonight. My goodness, what a game. So we will, no more commercials. We'll keep it right here the rest of the way tonight. My goodness gracious. We've had some good basketball games this year, man. We really have. So here we go. Let's set the table. There's the clock right there. 2:19 to go in the game. 49-48 Viera. This has been a quarter and a game of runs. Melbourne has led, whether it be by 2, 4, 6, and even 8, for the majority of it. This is Horning over to Fiedler. In the corner, 3, and it's no good. Harris. Oh, my. I don't know about that. Yeah, I no, that went off a Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs catch a break here. After the three from Loveridge was no good. Horning for three, and his three is no good. And Barswell. And now Melbourne's going to scoot up and challenge and contest the timeline. You can't do that. Barswell dribbling behind his back. You can't do that. And Melbourne takes a 1-point lead. You can't do that either, but it's going to work. No, it ain't. Parker will go to the line and shoot two. 50-49. Yeah, Coach Keith calls Barswell over. He's telling him right now, you can't dribble the ball behind your back between two defenders. Olis, I think, is going to come in. And Coach Keith patting him and calming him down a little bit now, and that's a good thing. Checking in is going to be Brooks for Levi Loveridge, and that's the matchup you want. I honestly, I think if you're Coach Keith, you got to match up Parker against Brooks and bring Chodacek in and let him go. And Chodacek is in. So now you got all four big men in, so to speak, for both teams. Parker to shoot two, needs one to tie. Parker's been 50% tonight, and he'll start off making it 50-50. As Coach Sullivan screams out, block, meaning block out. Parker second. He does not block out. My goodness gracious, what a great move by Olis to get around Brooks, but could not corral the ball. We are tied at 50 with 97 seconds to play in the game. A 5-game losing streak to the Hawks. Melbourne has Brooks way up top. Gives off to King. Fiedler kicks to the corner. Koger with it. Koger backs it up. 1:15 to go. Harris on him. Horning and Fiedler split in the corners. Brooks and King down low near the paint. Stolen away. Given to Olis. Olis can't make the free throw. Or the layup, sorry. The easy layup is missed. Brooks Harris with a terrific job. And now there's 50 seconds to go. Koger. The Nash Fiedler in the corner to Horning. He wanted it. Carter immediately jumps on him. Horning backs up 37 seconds. Koger going to take it down the lane. Chodacek with the block. What a block by Chodacek. Gets the ball to Olis, and Viera will now hold for what is likely going to be the last shot. Carter across the line. Harris to Chodacek. Back to Harris for three. No good. Knocked out. Oh, my goodness. And they're going to call Olis for a foul with 12.2 seconds to go. Not a shooting foul. But there's 12-2 to go. And Sullivan's going to take a full timeout here. 12.2 seconds on the clock, 50-50. Wow. Great basketball game here tonight. Damian Carter and Bronson Chodacek just made two outstanding defensive plays in the last minute and a half. And then on this side, over here, you got just what a job tonight that Shane Brooks has done as a sixth man, and Nash Fiedler as well. I wonder if Brother Max is watching from, I think it's Belgium or Denmark, one of those two countries. Wonder if Jace is watching. Max plays for BC Oostende of the BMXT. It's a professional cross-border league between Belgium and the Netherlands. So if you gentlemen are watching, congratulations on your careers to this point, and welcome to a terrific basketball game involving your bloodline. Double team. Chance, 7 seconds, 6. He threw it away. Threw it away. Oh, my goodness. Horning threw it away. 5-5. And Viera will now take a timeout. I think this is going to overtime. Horning's telling Brooks he's got to jump. But, look, man. I don't think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar would have caught that pass. That ball was off the banners. He just threw it away. He threw it too high. The adrenaline, everything is working for these kids. There's the situation. 5.5 seconds to go. 50-50 is our score. Viera will possess the basketball with a chance to win it. A chance to win it. Athletic Director Chad Raymond. Chad was here all day Saturday for the youth football. He let me in at 7:15, 7:30 in the morning. All day here. And then was here for the high school football all-star game. And so the man works tirelessly. And I thank him and Principal Kirk for allowing Brevard Sports Network to be able to broadcast. 5.5 seconds. Do you get this in and take another timeout? We'll see. Long run here. 4, 3, 2. He threw it up too early, way too early. And we're going to overtime. Now Damian Carter threw that thing up way too quickly. He had another 10 feet, 12. That's what Coach Keith is telling him. Come on, man. You had another 4 seconds to 3 seconds. You got to take that thing. Typically, you want to take that shot when you see 1.5 seconds. You want to start setting yourself up and let that thing go. That's what a college basketball player told me, and that's what a professional basketball player told me. Pros will even take it a little longer because the pros know they can get that shot off before that buzzer comes on. Next time you have an opportunity to speak to a guy that plays high-level P4, D1 college basketball, or if you know somebody that's played in the NBA or professional, ask them when they take that shot. When is the time to let that ball go, ideally? And they're going to tell you between 1-5 and 1-2 is the time to let that thing go. He let that thing go with 3, 5, 4. He dribbled, got it in, got it back. He probably had another 2 seconds to continue to move forward with that thing. But this is high school, and it's different, and these guys will learn that. Damian Carter's a heck of a player, and now he'll just put it aside and go out here and play 4 minutes of basketball. Our second overtime game of the year, our second involving the Viera Hawks. They went to overtime last week against Holy Trinity and won it. And we'll jump it all over again as we go to overtime. It'll be Parker and Brooks to jump. And this time, Brooks, who was not in on the initial jump, jumps there. And everybody resets. And it'll be Horning, Fiedler, Quentin Cogger, Brooks, and Tyree King for Viera. White, Harris, Olis, Parker, and Carter. And Fiedler hits it, and it's 52-50. A 6 or 8 point run here ends your night, if you allow it. Olis with it. Parker now back out to White. Viera will slow the tempo. Off to Carter. Koger on Carter. Parker going to come up to set a pick. Can't get it. Carter down the lane. Gives it to Parker. Parker lost the ball. And Nash Fiedler comes up with it. 52-50. Nash Fiedler at the elbow. Rushed it. Couldn't get it to go. Loose ball grabbed by Carter. 2:48 to go. Melbourne up by 2, 52-50. We are in overtime. This is Harris with it. Harris. Over to Olis, who gets it down to Parker. Parker baseline. Throws it away. .231, the second turnover in overtime for Viera. Horning the inbound to Koger now. Parker and Will White. Parker checks out. Chodacek checks in. Say that 5 times. Quentin Koger met by Will White at the Bulldog. Over to Horning. Horning over to Koger. They're going to play catch. Take as much time as they can off this clock. Brooks Harris got to come out and get him. Melbourne content. Still just a 1-possession game. Melbourne leads by 2. 52-50. This is Horning. Nice bounce pass to the elbow to Fiedler. Fiedler back to Horning. Horning to Fiedler. Fiedler at the free throw line. And Brooks Harris with a great defensive play. Taps the ball out of midair on the pass from Fiedler to Horning, and Viera has the ball back. This is Damian Carter with it. Carter tells Will White to get traveling. Chodacek and Brooks doing battle. Brooks got the better of that the last time, and he gets the better of that again. Chodacek out to White. That's 2 blocks by Brooks on Chodacek tonight. White down the lane, and he can't get the N1, but he will go and shoot 2. 1:27 to play, 52-50. Will White at the line, looking for the equalizers here. That's Quentin Koger's 4th foul. He's down to 1. He's got 1 left. And he missed the first free throw. Second free throw coming from Will White. Misses them both. Brooks, too big. And Koger will walk it up. Missed opportunities will be the story for Viera if they lose this one. Koger. 1:11 to go. Koger putting on a clinic down the line. Blocked by Chodacek. Nice play by Koger, though. Chodacek with a big defensive play there and big hands. Horning set to inbound. Does so to Brooks. Brooks to Koger. He's guarded by White. Over to Fiedler. Fiedler over to Horning. Under a minute to play in overtime. Horning will step back, force Harris on him. Opens the gap for Fiedler. Fiedler down low on Chodacek. That is a big boy move. Nash Fiedler gives Melbourne a 4-point lead. Viera has not scored in overtime. Timeout. Viera. Four nothing here in overtime has the Bulldogs up by 4, 54-50. 39.7 seconds to play. This would be the first victory over Viera since February of 2022. since returning out of retirement to coach the Bulldogs. Mike Sullivan is 32 and 29, but 0-5 against Viera. Now, the Bulldogs do lead the overall series 19-14 since 2007. This is the 34th meeting between these two. Here we go. I think you immediately got to get a bucket and foul. And you got to run that total to 5. Remember, got to have 5. I don't know if it's the same in overtime. That I don't know. Harris, Carter, Olish, Chodacek, and White on the floor. Horning, Fiedler, King, Brooks, and Quentin Koger. This is Olis. 36 seconds. Olis. I don't understand what the weight is here. This is White for 3. Does he get it? No. And Chodacek and Melbourne, they got a foul. Absolutely got a foul. 19.4 seconds. I'm not a betting man, but I'll bet that is the nail in the coffin there. I don't understand that whole sequence of events. Not sure what the weight was there. They're going to have to foul immediately again quickly here. I mean, quick. Go get him right now. And there it is. We'll see how many fouls that is. White fouls again. He's out. Yeah, what's the... I don't know what the overtime rule is. It's 15.4 seconds. I don't know if you got to foul 5 times in overtime or what. Brooks. Yeah, I mean, this is over. Yeah. And Melbourne is going to pick up a win over Viera. .6 seconds to go. Melbourne on top, 54-50. Yep. As Quentin Koger will go to the line. It's a technically it's a one-possession game, but how many, N1 threes do you see? 54-50. Koger ices it. So the Melbourne Bulldogs are going to move to 7-3 this year. They're going to take a 20-14 series advantage. I'm going to tell you right now, our Uberzati player of the game tonight's Nash Fiedler. With a real close second to Shane Brooks. And that'll go out of bounds. It's 55-50 as the football team serenades the Viera basket, the Melbourne. And that 3 is no good, and the Melbourne Bulldogs are victorious. They'll snap a 5-game losing streak to Melbourne. They'll win it 55-50. They outscore Viera 5-0 in overtime to take the win. Our Uberzati player of the game tonight is Nash Fiedler, again with a close runner-up to Shane Brooks. Want to thank Principal Kirk, Athletic Director Chad Raymond, Athletic Director Cheryl Dravis, and all of you out there for watching here tonight. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night as we'll bring you another exciting night of boys high school basketball as the Heritage Panthers travel to take on the Florida Prep Falcons. Once again, your final score, the Melbourne Bulldogs 55, the